This is Elden Ring. A lot of people praise this game and I don't understand why. A few years ago I downloaded the game and played for a few hours. I died a couple hundred times and I rage quit the game forever. I've always preferred to play PvP games because there you adapt to the enemy instead of playing the same type of scripted gameplay all over again. But PvP games are also fun when you play them with friends, and recently my friends are always busy and they don't have enough time because we are in our 30s. I wanted a challenge and I wanted to understand why people enjoy Elden Ring so much. So I decided to challenge myself to fully complete the game and see if it's as good as people praise it to be. But as I said earlier, I've only played Souls games for like 10 hours maximum, and this will be a real challenge. And to make things more interesting and challenging, we have this Excel here containing the list of every boss in the game, and the challenge will be completed when we kill every boss in this file. And to kick things off, we start our journey in Limgrave. This is the first zone of the game, and I've read that 5 million people didn't make it past through this point. I did the tutorial, I reminded myself the controls, and I started grinding some levels. And just to be clear, I'm not following any build guide, I just wanted my build to look cool, so the idea that I have in my head is that I will have this big weapon, big sword or big axe, and I will be slapping bosses with it. As I said earlier, I played a few hours, and I know that I need to be a little bit over leveled before I face Margaret. For those of you that don't know, Margaret is the first boss of the game, and this is also the guy that made me rage quit 5 years ago. To gain some experience, I decided to run around the map and kill some monsters. My journey sent me to Fort Height. It was a cool looking castle and I decided to check what's inside, to kill some monsters and to gain some level. Not really expecting to have some challenge there, the idea was to just farm some gold runes so that I can level up. Unfortunately though, my plans were completely ruined by this pumpkin head guy. Motherfucker! I thought he's a boss at the start. I didn't know what to do with him, so the first time I tried to kill all the guards and kite him down and kill him, but I didn't succeed with that. He killed me. He killed me again and again and again, until eventually I finally managed to kill him. Oh, that was so close. I misclicked so bad here. I felt good, but nothing special. I entered the fort and I killed some rats, killed some mobs, and then I met this knight guy and I knew this was a problem, so I decided to run and kite him, but I fall down and these guys are... I'm dead. Okay. Let's get out of here. Now they're both coming, which is a bit unfortunate. No! He killed me through the wall. For some reason I thought that I could line of sight him and kill him and kite him behind the wall and kill him, but yeah, he had other plans, so he sliced me with his spear through 5 meters of concrete wall. And when this happened, I kinda knew that I'm not going to have a pleasant time in this game. Like 30 minutes I was trying to get to him and kill him, always unsuccessful because I didn't know what his mechanics were doing. The road was blocked by this pumpkin head guy. I was just really confused with what to do. Until I saw a ladder and I decided to climb this ladder. So I went up and I tried to lure the boss up, and it actually worked. By the way, this is not a boss. So when he was climbing the ladder, I was abusing him. I was slicing him again and again and again and again. So eventually when the fight started, he was half HP and it was much easier for me to fight him, and I actually managed to kill him. No! Potion? Okay, I'm dead. Okay, but why? Oh! And that was the first hard enemy that I killed in this game, and it felt so satisfying. He gave me some Ashes of War, which at this point I didn't know what it was. Eventually I learned this is a skill that you can put on your weapon. And that skill at that time felt insane. It was taking some of my HP and I was able to slice enemies with it, which felt really good because it was doing tons of damage to everything. Then I continued to explore Limgrave and started picking easier fights to gain some easy levels. I managed to reach level 19 and I decided it was about time that I go to the castle and fight Margaret. At this point I already had summons, upgraded my sword a little bit on the smithing table, and I also summoned some mage to help me fight the boss. The first attempt was pretty easy. I managed to get the boss to like 20%, and on the second try I was able to kill him. Which for me was really surprising, because the first time that I played the game 5 years ago, I died here 100 times and I rage quit. Like the best that I've reached was 20%. And there was this confusion in me because I thought this was supposed to be hard and it wasn't. It was super easy for me. At this point I thought that the game is just levels, and if I have higher enough level I would be able to beat every boss in the game. And I was super happy about it, and I had a plan in my head. The plan was simple. Just get as much levels as possible before you fight a boss. After we killed Margaret, we went to this castle. I think it was called Stormwell Castle. And there was this guy that was letting me choose if I want to go through the main gate or to go left. He looked very suspicious to me, so he recommended me to go to the left. I don't know if this was the correct choice, but I chose the main gate because, yeah, he looked very suspicious, as I said. He opened the main gate and I was greeted by thousands of ballistas. And I kept dying and not understanding what I have to do. But at one of my attempts, I hugged the wall to the left and the ballistas were just not hitting me. So I thought maybe it's because they don't see me in the bush, and I tried to move from bush to bush so I can dodge them, but it turns out it was just the line of sight. If I was hiding behind the wall, they cannot hit me. So I managed to kill the guys on ballistas, but I still didn't know where I have to go, and I kept running and I couldn't find the grace. And it got a little bit frustrating because I was playing here like for 40 minutes and I was not making any progress in this random walk-off area. Until one time the guys pushed me down, and while they were killing me, I saw a grace. I see the grace! No! Okay. We have to go. I see where we have to go. You can literally hear how happy I was because I found where I have to go. The next few hours I was exploring this maze of a castle. I kept dying and I kept finding new ways and places to go. I fought this big lion, which apparently is not a boss. It was really cool fight. He was dodging a lot, but I managed to kill him on the first try and it felt really good. I don't know, maybe the summons are just too overpowered, or am I too good? Of course, this was my thought process back then. I'm just too good. I am too high of a level. The summons are good. I figured out the game. I'm moving forward. And after you kill this lion, there is this narrow path that you have to run up to go to the next part of the castle, so we don't get shot by everyone. Motherfucker. Okay, drink up. Oh wow. Okay, I understand. Did I die? Turns out that I spent the next 2 hours here. Yeah, there are ballista guys, but eventually I managed to go to the left side. I crossed the road, I crossed the stairs, and on the top of the hill there was like 50 guys waiting for me with flamethrowers, crossbows, spears, and it felt so discouraging to see so many enemies, and I kept dying. And I kept going up and I kept dying and I couldn't find a grace. And turns out I don't have to kill everything I see in this game. So I went into this door on the left. I dodged a knight, I dodged some cockroach with 50 legs, a shield and 50 weapons. And I found a grace. It actually felt better finding this grace than killing the boss. Finally I made progress. Now that I have a save, it was time to kill this cockroach with 50 legs and 50 hands and shield and stuff. I thought it's a boss that I have to kill so that I can get a reward. So I went down the elevator and I kept fighting him. I died like 10 or 15 times trying to kill him, and at one point I managed to get him to 1 HP. This is just, yeah, I know. This is just meant to be. It's meant to be, don't worry, it's meant to be. She dies now. But unfortunately, he killed me. But when he killed me, I said, this is just meant to be. This is how I learned the game. And on the next run, this happened. I told you guys not. I killed him and I was really satisfied and I got absolutely nothing. At this point, I thought to myself, maybe I don't have to kill all of the hard enemies and they're just there maybe to piss me off. I walked around the castle for 30 more minutes and I think I finally found where the next boss was. That, dear friends, is Godric. Hype! Godric the Grafted.
Mighty dragon.
And I'm not living under a rock. I've watched a little bit of Elden Ring and I know that like this boss was the noob killer. Like this boss made a lot of people rage quit the game. So I came here, I summoned my pets, I summoned this Nephalia Lux warrior which I found in one of the rooms in the castle and we start fighting him. First attempt and I die and he's at 80%. And at this point I'm thinking to myself, this is not gonna happen. He's too healthy. He has a lot of HP. I'm too under leveled. It's not gonna happen. I need to farm more levels. I don't think I can fight him. I think I'm really doing low damage. But I promise myself that I will try each boss 5 to 10 times before I decide to move on. I died 2 or 3 more times and on the 5th run something that I never thought would happen happened. It's much easier to fight down now. Here. And somehow someone go behind him. I'm loading pretty fast. I'm really happy with myself.
We have returned again to our home, bathed in rays of gold
Can you go slow? I killed Godric. I managed to do it on my fifth try. I'm really feeling good about this game. I don't understand how people are complaining that these bosses are hard and stuff. I know that if I have the higher level, I will be able to beat the game. That was my thought process back then. And now, a few hours later, I just want to fucking die because this game is so hard and you are about to see why.